This video was supposed to be about originally me traveling. And the video was going to be me cooking. I was planning to cook dinner for my family. I was going to then do it on like the main mall area and emphasize how empty it is because I've been here for winter courses. And then today of all days, it wasn't empty. I was supposed to film this video on December 19th. I took winter courses. I basically took an asynchronous class. Honestly, the easiest 3 credits of my entire life. Every day I walk through and I go get coffee and go to the gym and whatnot and do a workout outside. And I walk through and it's this empty campus. And like, I go to one of the largest schools. The main grass area is usually the most populated. And I walk through and there's absolutely no one. On a little more serious note, I went to a high school with over 1,000 people. I have to tell you, there were so many times where I just felt so alone and like in my own space, and that like I would try to communicate with people and I would just feel more kind of alone in my own thoughts and opinions. Experiencing a winter course, living on campus while no one is on campus. Yeah, I'm walking around a campus made for 50,000 students. No one is there. Yeah, I don't feel the same way, right? I was physically around people all the time, large amounts of people in high school. Yeah, I felt so alone. And I'm on a campus doing classes where no one is there. Yeah, I feel the complete opposite. It's like showing me, I'm like, oh, I think I'm kind of in the right direction. Oh my god, oh my god.
It was so windy that my tripod kept falling over, and then like I'm filming it like 3 days later and continuing it in a room with a nice little background. I don't really remember what I said in the first half. Something. The reason I started doing these videos was not necessarily for views, because I was watching them, they were not doing well performance-wise. Now my most popular video is one of these month recaps. I kind of did them just so that later in the future I can look back and kind of see my growth. Photos and little videos are just not enough to emphasize like change. As life gets more complicated, I think things in a very like equation sense, right? If I become more physically fit, I get more work done, then life will be more easy, is kind of the equation I put in my head. I feel like sometimes that applies and sometimes it doesn't. It's hard to acknowledge how far I've come because I'm just kind of in the thick of it. But I am excited because I have a ton of new opportunities, which for some reason, all these new things happening, I would be nervous, but I'm not, which I'm a little worried by. I can't tell if I'm not nervous because either I'm scared it won't work out and I'm numb, or I've just been preparing for it so long and just at this point I have nothing to lose. It's all my own passion that I'm just like, I've done everything I can to be prepared. Recently, I feel like I've been doing everything I can to be as successful as possible. Everyone told me in high school, like, just the way I do homework and study, that I would really love college. But they also told me that dating in college would be super easy and like I'd be great at it. So not true. I think I was gaslit for like 4 years by like adults and friends of mine. I was told if you get like physically fit, you do well in college, and you go out and meet people, that dating will be easy. And that was a lie. Just today, I ended up studying at a coffee shop and then stayed longer than I had to, looking at a blank screen on a computer, pretending to type and looking at my phone at like Pinterest when there's like nothing on my phone to look at, to hopefully maybe see someone that I was talking to there before I leave. I mean, that's where I am, like single-wise. It's pretty bad. Like that's the ultimate of like, I'm gonna stay in this place for longer than I have to in the hope of talking to them, not asking them out, not asking for their number, just talking to them. Like it's an all-time like low of just like, oh wow, like it's really like I've not met anyone, no one's on my radar. Prospect is like, say hi to someone at a coffee shop. I feel like the thing in college is I've just been better at doing things on my own and I'm a lot more independent in college. But then when I gotta go and like impress people I've never met and like socialize and like navigate social situations, I feel worse at that now that I don't have to do it. It's an optional thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I want to do things like an equation. Like if I do this, this, and this, and I say the right thing, then this will be the outcome. But then socially, like, well, I feel weird. I feel like a weirdo. I feel like, what am I supposed to come up to you and be like, hey, what's your deal? And then also, I think the fear of mine is that when I was in high school, everyone kind of knew each other. So if you hit on one person, you flirt with one person, another person to another person is gonna find out. And that stuff could come back in like 3 years. And someone could be like, oh, I know you because you hit on someone else. That's weird. That's a really weird thing. You know me by me by one interaction I had that I forgot I did. When I flirt with someone, I kind of forget it happens if it doesn't lead anywhere. But the fact that people remember me flirting with someone longer than I remember also kind of freaks me out, because I'm like, to me it didn't really matter that much, because it's just a random social interaction. But you remember it, and then you told your friend told someone, and now they know me because of that. I don't care what people think of me, but this one social interaction of me just like thinking a person is attractive is now leading to like a domino effect of people knowing me. If it were up to me, I'd be asking out a lot more people. I'd be a lot more like carefree. I would just be honest with people. But the fact that like, even though I go to such a big university, I do see some of the same people every day. I'm gonna flirt with this person, and that person's gonna tell their friend, and their friend group knows me, and through that, and then instead of a person taking the time to like learn about me and know who I am, they're gonna know me just because I hit on this one person. And like, that to me is so stressful. Like, even me talking about it in this video, it's stressful. My thing is like, I don't care if anyone finds my YouTube channel, because that's something I'm proud of and I put out. Am I very honest in my videos? Yeah, because it's an outlet. It's a type of art, and I want to be honest because I want you to watch it at home and be like, oh yeah, I totally get that. It doesn't feel curated, it doesn't feel fake. But that action isn't necessarily going to be reported the way it happened. The story's going to change a little every time it's being told. Putting myself out romantically is a little scary, because you're like, I don't really want to be known for just this one thing of romance. Like, I don't want to be known as like the person that flirts with other people, because to me, I'm like, there's so much more in my life. This is just one thing that I'm a lot more casual about. And I think also, it seems like everyone is so tightly winded when it comes to like being romantic, and when it comes to like going on dates and asking people out. To me, going on a date is nothing. It's like, it's a whatever. It's coffee. But for other people, it's this big thing that they build up in their heads. And I'm like, the scary part to me is getting to the date. Doing the date is fine. I've had so many first dates, I'm just like, it could work out, it could not work out. If it's not meant to be, it just won't be meant to be. It's the anxiety of talking to the person and giving the tone of the relationship as more than friends. It's the transition, like that freaks me out. That's where I'm like, if you just got past the part of we both acknowledge our intentions, everything is smooth sailing. I think for me, I want to just see a person and just like approach them like I did in high school. But the only problem was, in high school, then people knew me as the person that did that, because no one else was willing to do that. And I would think in college, everyone does that, and so it's not that big of a deal. But not everyone in college does that. And when you do that, people are like, oh wow, that's kind of crazy. You can just go up to a person and ask them that. And then they'll be like, that's the girl that did that thing. I want to be known for a various amount of things, but at least I want to be known for things that I can somewhat control the output. 90% of the time, I don't care what people think. This is like one of the few things where I'm like, oh, I kind of do care what you hear about me, and you know what I mean? It's solely based on because I'm not fully secure, like I'm not fully confident and fully secure about this thing in my life. I'm like, oh, I've been single for X amount of time. That means there's something I'm not doing, or there's something I'm not doing enough of, which I've had multiple people tell me is not true. And that's just like, you haven't found the right person yet, which I'm like, that's fine. But I'm like, but why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for me right now? Because it was hard in the past, but it wasn't this hard. Why is it so hard? Why does it feel like a struggle to like meet someone? It's like this whole algorithm right now telling you on the internet what you want to hear. I know I go on Instagram once in a while and it will send me an algorithm of, oh, why it's the hardest point in history or whatever to date someone, or why dating is broken. I know in someone else's algorithm they're being sent the complete opposite. So my thing is, I don't want to be like, oh, dating's just really hard in general, because maybe it isn't. That was my big rant of just like, everything in university is good, everything's great, I have all these new opportunities. It's just like that one thing, it's just like a sore thumb, it's like that little splinter. Every time I try to be myself and put myself out there and I'm honest with my intentions, I just come off as like a weirdo, or it's embarrassing to try. And I'm like, since when is it embarrassing to try? It's okay to try something, it just means you want it. That's okay. I hate this whole, we all want the same thing, we just don't want to admit it, and we're facing each other off like we're doing like slap boxing. I don't know if you've ever seen slap boxing. That's some crazy stuff. Why are we pretending like we all don't want the same thing? It's ridiculous. But I am really excited for what videos I'm making coming up. And yeah, I got nothing else. Ended on a good note of no news is good news.